Good Thursday morning. Today is another first alert weather day, as we'll have that threat once again for lightning fires up in the Cascades, as there is abundant lightning in the forecast. This time vegetation not as dry as yesterday, but still critically dry. There are a few sprinkles this morning in the Cascades and on the edge of our viewing area, but most of us are dry for this morning, and temperatures spanning from cool to mild with 50s and 60s, 59 in Yakima, 60 in the Tri-Cities, and 66 in Walla Walla. Here's your day planner forecast for today for our lower elevations. Definitely brighter in opposition to yesterday, more sunshine, and most of us staying dry except in the valleys. That's where we'll have a little opportunity for some thunderstorms as we head specifically into the afternoon. So the bottom line for today's, well, really the bottom line for the entirety of the forecast, the lightning fire risk is going to be here again for today. Little thunderstorm chances for the mountains will continue through this weekend, and the heat, maybe triple-digit heat coming back for next week. I'll touch on all these points, but especially the first alert weather day coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a West Richland mayoral candidate facing DUI charges. We have what she is now saying following her arrest.
Also, packed lanes and growing concerns why Kennewick swimmers say the city needs a new indoor pool.
And school is back in session in Yakima, and we have a message from the bus drivers trying to keep kids safe while on the roads. We have these headlines and more coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Thursday, August 28th, and we have some information coming in this morning.
It's a crime alert involving a woman who's running for mayor of West Richland.
Jail records show that 69-year-old May Hayes, a current West Richland City Council member, was arrested on the night of August 22nd. These records are showing that Hayes was visiting a friend. When she was on her way home from that friend's house, her tire blew. An officer stopped to help, and that's when that officer says that he reported noticing signs of drinking and cited her for DUI.
She was booked into the Benton County Jail with bond set at $1,000 and released the next day. In a statement posted to her campaign website, Hayes says, quote, "I know I made a poor decision and I take full responsibility for it. I'm working through the legal process with the courts and I'm personally taking steps to make sure that it doesn't happen again."
That's a story, of course, we'll continue to follow as new developments come out. Taking you now to Walla Walla, where police say a months-long narcotics investigation has led to the arrest of 28-year-old Tucker Cole Lightfoot. Here's what we know so far. Officers say they served a search warrant at a home in College Place where they seized 34 grams of fentanyl along with scales and packaging materials. Lightfoot is now facing multiple felony charges. Detectives also documented unsafe living conditions inside the home, and a child was found there. That child has now been taken into protective custody.
And in Kennewick, high school swim coaches and community members are banding together to bring an indoor pool to the city. 3 high schools, Kennewick, Southridge, and Kamiakin, share the Kenneth Serrier Memorial Pool. With 6 lanes that are 25 yards long, it's expected to hold events for over 450 swimmers. Those leading the charge for a new indoor pool say it's much more than the swim teams that would benefit.
It isn't just swim teams that use these pools. It's kids learning how to swim. It's other people learning how to get in their exercise. It's people that can only do things in the water. Literally, this is their option, you know. And our pool, it's been here. It's been a hallmark in Kennewick. I've been here since 1977. It's been here since long before that. And I mean, it's on its last leg. If something happens, the pool breaks, we don't have a pool at all. Not even an outdoor pool.
One of the proposals surrounding a new pool would combine it with the $35 million new city hall currently being considered in Kennewick, and it would allow a pool to be built within that space.
6:04 now, and if you are looking to get outdoors this fall, there's some good news. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says several recreation areas that were closed earlier this year are about to reopen. The Walla Walla District says sites along the lower Snake River like Willow Landing and Blyton Landing will open on August 29th. That is tomorrow. And they'll also be opening Lambie Creek in September. So earlier this year, some of those areas were closed because of staffing shortages and a federal hiring freeze.
Earlier this year, we had to limit services to some of those areas due to staffing shortages. and also, federal hiring freezes and everything that affected our capabilities to provide, safe and, well-maintained experiences for our guests.
Well, the district has since hired more than a dozen employees, making it possible to reopen those locations. However, Levy Park and Fishhook Park aren't expected to return to an open status until next year. All right, 6:05, and we've been talking back to school now, and students returning to school in Yakima yesterday.
And the district's bus drivers are ready to start the year. Yakima School District says it's improved its bus routes to make them more efficient and reduce traffic, especially around schools that are close together.
So drivers say that they, of course, are expecting more traffic during the first week of school. They know the roads are going to be busy, but these drivers say they are excited to get these students back in class.
Seeing the kids again. I love my kids. I love the students. It's just, they've got good, positive attitudes. They like to be at school. And I just want to be there for them, to mentor them and give them a good, safe ride to and from school.
I love that. I love everything he said.
So
he loves
sweet.
his job. He knows he has precious cargo on board. The first week of school is continuing, of course, and as it does, and we make our way into the school year, these bus drivers, of course, want to make sure everyone is safe. They want to remind other drivers on the road not to pass the school bus when those stop signs are out.
Be smart and be safe and keep everyone else safe.
Yes, and remember, those buses also stop at railroad crossings and at different
Yes,
areas.
they
So
slow
just be,
down.
yeah, be mindful as they're out and about now.
Yes.
We haven't.
You're
we haven't
wearing
seen
yellow
them
for a reason.
while.
You're trying to remind everybody.
Exactly. I am today's school bus reminder.
Exactly.
All right, there's so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A device giving cystic fibrosis patients a chance to breathe easier, and the Washington man who is helping make it accessible worldwide. We have that exclusive story coming up.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your First Alert weather forecast. It is a First Alert weather day. He'll tell us all the details on why right after the break.
Keep summer going with Nissan. Named #1 in new vehicle quality by J.D. Power. Hurry in today. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
Now through September 30th, get up to a $7,500 federal tax credit on a Ford Mustang Mach-E or F-150 Lightning. They're perfect for visiting friends across town or road trips across the country. And with the Ford Power Promise, get a complimentary home charger and standard installation. Save big on these all-electric vehicles that are smooth, fast, and fun. Hurry, the $7,500 federal tax credit on Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning ends September 30th. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Whether you're working hard or hardly working, it's time to get a better night's sleep. And during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $800 off adjustable purple mattress sets. Or check out the Summit, now only $299.99. Save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
Feeling overwhelmed? It's time to shed your worries, literally. At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got the perfect shed to clear the clutter, create space, and bring peace to your life. Man cave, playhouse, done. Want something custom? We'll build it just the way you want it. And we deliver for free. Summer is here. Shed the mess, shed the stress. See dealer for special pricing. Visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds today in Kennewick or West Richland.
You get in a car wreck and call the insurance company and get nowhere. Stop wasting your time. Just make one more call to 853-2222. They can't ignore my demands to pay you all the money you deserve.
Call 853-2222. Together, we've raised over $1.1 million to grant life-changing wishes for kids right here in our community. Every vehicle sold brings us closer to the next. Wheels make wishes come true. Find more ways to help at wish.org/AKWA. McCurley Dealerships, your way home.
Keep summer going with Nissan. Named #1 in new vehicle quality by J.D. Power. Hurry in today. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have a red flag warning that's in place for today for the western slopes of the Cascades issued by the National Weather Service in Seattle. Pendleton decided to not go with the red flag warning for the eastern slopes of the Cascades, but I do think there's going to be the potential for lightning fires on the east slopes, especially in the upper Yakima Basin. Also, just on the periphery of our viewing area, there's flash flood watch in place for Chelan County with some heavy rainfall possible from some isolated thunderstorms. Could see the potential for some debris flows around some of the fresh burn scars up that way. So that's something we'll keep very close tabs on. For today, mostly sunny for most of the region, hazy sunshine at that. You can already, if you've poked your head out the door or the window this morning, you can see the haze up in the skies. Otherwise, high temperature is going to be in the 80s and 90s for lower elevation, 60s, 70s, and 80s up in the mountains. Wind gusts not going to be that big of a factor for today. And the thunderstorm chances mostly going to be in the valleys and in the Cascades, but we could have some thunderstorms in Grant County, Adams County, and Whitman County. Also maybe a little thunderstorm in the southern blues. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies, still some haze up in the skies. Overnight low is going to be in the 50s and 60s across the map. Wind gusts still not a factor, and thunderstorm chances could linger in the Kittitas, Yakima valleys, and in the Cascades and in the southern blues. Friday going to be a much drier day. Same thing with Friday night, but into Saturday and Sunday, maybe this map could get a little bit more active. I'll talk about that, and I'll time out the next 48 hours with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We go now to an Apple Valley News Now exclusive. A life-changing medical device is making a difference for people with cystic fibrosis.
It's called the CF Vest, a high-frequency chest wall oscillation garment that helps patients breathe easier. But for many around the world, the cost puts it out of reach.
And this morning, we're introducing you to a nonprofit co-founded by an Eastern Washington native that's putting these vests into patients' hands for free.
This is Josh Bowder and his daughter, Evangeline, who has cystic fibrosis.
When she was diagnosed in Thailand, the doctor told us to prepare her for a lung transplant at less than 2 years old. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And somebody on a CF group told me to talk to Rod.
Josh grew up in the Spokane Valley and lived right here in the Tri-Cities before moving all the way to Thailand in 2013.
The average life expectancy after a lung transplant is only 5 years. And that's only for 25% of the people who get them.
A little over 5 years ago, Josh and Rod Spattinger, who now lives in Illinois, met one another and started a nonprofit called CF Vests Worldwide.
I received a message from a girl in Chile, out of the blue, maybe a Facebook message. And she asked if I had CF, I told her I did. She asked if I lived in the US, I told her I did. And then she asked, can you donate a vest to me?
Rod is now 53 years old and was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis when he was just 3 months old. 8 years ago, he had to get a double lung transplant.
The vest we give them, it extends their life. Maybe it will keep them from getting a transplant at all, or it extends their life until they can get a transplant. These vests are life-changing.
Josh and Rod flew thousands of miles to meet me in person this week and share their story with us here at home.
And so by giving these vests to people in third world countries, we're actually extending life. We're giving them more breaths. We're giving them a better life, a fuller life, and less time in the hospital.
These life-saving devices can cost between $12,000 to over $30,000, making them virtually out of reach for many patients and families globally.
When that girl contacted Rod from Chile, it was like, I don't trust this girl, but we got to fix it. And then when my daughter was diagnosed, it was like, okay, there's a problem. We need to solve it.
Since its founding, the nonprofit has shipped over 375 vests to patients in 61 countries, places like Afghanistan, India, Serbia, Syria, and Ukraine. These donations often come from people in the U.S. whose insurance is changing or who no longer need the vest.
One of our teammates, Khadija, she lives in Pakistan. She also has CF. She's amazing in her communications. We would just ask them via our website to contact Khadija, and she would coordinate all of the requirements.
CF Vests Worldwide doesn't just send equipment, they navigate major shipping hurdles, rising costs, notably up to $1,500 to $2,000 per vest to send overseas.
And the mucus builds up inside of the lungs, and you have to have this vest that just shakes and shakes all the mucus loose.
Celebrate with us. Now, on their 5th anniversary, they are working on 2 things.
We've only given 11 vests to people in the U.S.
It's because there's 2% of CFers that don't have insurance or are underinsured and can't afford a CF vest. So we want to focus on them.
And as for what's next,
we're starting to move on to portable oxygen concentrators. Being able to take your oxygen with you and not being connected to an outlet or to a big oxygen tube.
Making a big difference for a lot of people, and not just here, but worldwide.
Worldwide.
It's incredible.
Like the amount of messages they're getting, and then the fact that they can even send them over there. It's incredible. Great people doing great things.
Yeah, it sure is. I love it.
All right, keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking for this weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend. It's supposed to be a toasty one. We'll have more details right after the break.
US Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Save is coming to the Eppo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit, one location. Massive savings at the Eppo Center in Pasco. Learn more at BrettsRV.com.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out for an unforgettable adventure, or take a sporty sedan for a spin, all while driving with confidence. See what makes Honda the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.49% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
Mattress Depot USA always offers premium mattresses at the best prices every day.
But we are also sleep specialists.
Check out Mattress University on our website, mattressdepotusa.com. It's filled with information.
Like Beds 101, Mattress Anatomy 201, and Sleep Health 301.
And yes, there is a sleep quiz that will help you choose the mattress best for you.
Study it today, sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
We take off for a flight over an awesome park area in the Blue Mountains.
An adventure every time I'm at the reserve, and I see animals and wildlife and plants every time, something that I didn't see yet.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
It's time to play.
That is right.
Me, you'll win this.
You're right. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. E.T. and Extra tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is another first alert weather day, as we'll have that threat for lightning fires in the Cascades. More lightning is in the forecast, and vegetation not as dry as it was for yesterday, but still critically dry in the Cascades in the upper Yakima Basin. This includes White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass and Blewett Pass and Cle Elum. Now let's time out the lightning with Futurecast. So we put this into motion. And around lunchtime, this is when we're going to start to see some showers and thunderstorms flaring up in the Cascades, also in the valleys. Looks like the rest of us are going to stay pretty dry, and then by this evening, looks almost completely dry out there. And then for tomorrow, you'll see most of us going to be dry once again, but as we head into the afternoon, this is maybe when we could see a thunderstorm or two in the southern blues down towards the Battle Mountain, Summit, down towards Ukiah, but the rest of us, like I said, should maintain our dry status. Okay, over the next couple days, if you want to see precip chances and if you want to see precip timing as well, especially in the valleys and mountains, it would be an excellent set of days to have the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app on hand. You can download it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. That interactive radar feature has come in quite handy over the past couple days. Okay, then for Saturday, a mostly dry day, maybe another stray thunderstorm up in the Cascades, specifically up towards Snoqualmie Pass. And then for Sunday, maybe some of those shower chances spreading into the rest of Kittitas County, for Grant County, for Adams County, and for northern portions of Benton and Franklin counties. We'll see how it pans out, but again, this weekend is just not going to be all that wet, and then we'll completely dry out the forecast for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Not just drying it out, but also starting to turn the heat back up. Now, we're already going to be above average for today, but by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, up around 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities. Speaking of that, 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, low 90s for today, mid 90s through Monday, then up around 100 by the early to middle portions of next week. In Yakima, about a 20% chance of some thunderstorms for today. After that, the forecast looking dry and, of course, heating it up for next week. In Ellensburg, almost a 50-50 chance of some thunderstorms for today. A little reprieve for Friday and Saturday, and then a much smaller chance of some showers by Sunday. In Hermiston, the forecast looking dry, hazy sunshine at least over the next couple days. We'll see what happens after that, but the forecast continues to stay dry. And then in Walla Walla, also a dry and sunshine-filled forecast, mid-90s Friday and beyond, although starting to get up into the upper 90s by Tuesday and Wednesday.
It's going to look great for the fair, though. The Walla Walla Fair.
Yes.
The weekend, Labor Day weekend.
Yes,
Lots going on.
You got big plans?
I actually have a friend flying into town and going
Yay.
to show him around the Tri-Cities and whatnot. But yeah, Labor Day weekend forecast panning out exactly how we would want it to.
How it should.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in your entertainment headlines, SNL facing some more setbacks as two cast members announced that their departures are coming ahead of the new season.
Oh, Ariana Grande has sparked curiosity from fans like Jade and I after posting a cryptic message on social media. And we have the exciting full breakdown coming up after the break.
We love you, Ari.
So much, so much.
Get RV show pricing now at every Blue Compass RV. All RVs must go, starting at $101 a month. Shop 100 plus locations coast to coast. That's over 15,000 new and used RVs to choose from, exclusively at Blue Compass RV. Hurry in today.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE Appliances this Labor Day at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
At Meredith Furniture, we know how important a good night's sleep is, even if we don't always use the beds for sleeping. Right now, you can save big on top quality mattresses perfect for families like ours. Because when we do sleep, it should be amazing. Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite and give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Every heartbeat is a second chance. At Prosser Memorial Health, our cardiac rehabilitation program empowers your recovery with expert care and state-of-the-art TechnoGym smart equipment for safe, personalized fitness after a heart event. Whether you've had a heart attack, bypass surgery, valve repair, or heart failure, ask your provider for a referral. With tailored sessions over 12 weeks, supervised by medical professionals, we support your whole health, body, mind, and heart. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Get RV show pricing now at every Blue Compass RV. All RVs must go, starting at $101 a month. Shop 100 plus locations coast to coast. That's over 15,000 new and used RVs to choose from, exclusively at Blue Compass RV. Hurry in today.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Looking at the world of entertainment this morning, we're talking about another shakeup at Saturday Night Live just ahead of its 51st season.
Yeah, cast member Emil Wacom said, or is it Joaquin? Wacom?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either, but it's that guy. And he said he won't be returning to the sketch comedy show after actually just one season. His departure also comes just days after fellow castmate Devon Walker revealed that he's leaving after 3 seasons on the show.
Wacom called it a gut punch, but said he's grateful for the chance to work at SNL. Walker likened his time on the show to a little marriage, saying sometimes it was cool and sometimes it was toxic.
Happens.
Yeah.
Well, also in entertainment news, the dress that Taylor Swift wore in her engagement photos has sold out. And this comes after the photos were posted by Swift and Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce in their engagement announcement on Tuesday.
Swift wore a cream and black silk blend dress by Ralph Lauren, selling for just under $320 on sale, mind you. Quickly sold out on Ralph Lauren's website.
The celebrity couple made the engagement announcement and concurrent social media post. The post reads, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." You've probably seen it, and it's receiving tens of millions of likes.
Unless you live under a rock.
Yeah.
You've seen it somewhere. Yeah.
She got a big rock too at that. Oh my goodness. Well, now our favorite. Could new music or a tour be coming? Or both from Ariana Grande. The Grammy award-winning singer posted a mysterious teaser on social media yesterday with the message, quote, "See you next year, announcement loading, and yes, you will see Jade and I there."
Yes, yes, you will. So her last album, Eternal Sunshine, was released in 2024. She has promised fans that she isn't leaving music behind amid new acting projects.
Grande is starring in Wicked for Good, releasing later this year.
November 22nd.
November 22nd, as I've just been informed. She will also appear in the 4th Meet the Parents film in 2026.
Oh, that's going to be funny.
We're watching that too, because she's hilarious. She can do it all. There's nothing she can't do. She's amazing.
She is. I think she's an incredible talent when it comes to
everything.
Singing, everything. She's
Impressions.
funny. Yeah.
Oh, so good. See, now we're amped. We've had Taylor Swift news all week, and we're like,
bye, Taylor.
Cool. Now we're like,
hi, Ari. We're back in.
We know her personally. That's why we call her Ari.
Yeah, we'll talk to her after the show, probably.
Yeah.
We can't tell you if it's new music or tour. We've been held to secrecy.
Maybe both. You never know.
Well, I'm on the edge of my seat, just waiting with bated breath.
As you should
know, rightfully so. All right, so much for ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6:30 half hour, a voter-approved measure will bring some major upgrades to a 911 system. We're going to let you know where at and what that means for emergency response.
Plus, carnival rides, live music, and even sea lions. The oldest fair in Washington is back. It's in Walla Walla, and our very own Dan Hansen is taking us there. All the details are in your 6:30 half hour.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
The Labor Day sale is on now at More Furniture. Join us this weekend where you'll find every bedroom, living room, and dining room is in stock, on sale, and ready for immediate free white glove delivery to your home. Plus, we'll remove your gently used pieces and donate them locally. You've worked hard all year long. It's your turn to relax in style and comfort. Labor Day savings like never before. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
Imagine a night where the sound takes over and the beat stays with you. The Hallucination takes the stage at Wild Horse Resort and Casino on September 20th. This dynamic duo fuses indigenous music with dubstep, hip-hop, drums, and bass. Get ready for an electrifying live show, open to ages 15 and up. More than a show, it's a ceremony of sounds featured in Coachella, major films, Fortnite, and more. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center. Dr. Sharon provides upper endoscopy, colonoscopy, and specializes in women's digestive health. Get expert, compassionate care close to home. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 to schedule, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
And now, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing with around $10,000 in total value on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Wah, wah.
So sad.
Yeah,
for everyone. No money.
No.
Bad forecast.
Yep.
But hey, mo money, mo problems, so I guess.
Womp womp. One womp per loss, and that's 2 losses in a row. So yesterday, this would be a blowout, as they would say. It went with forecast high of 89, verified at 79, so that does not verify.
You had one number right.
I did. That should count for something, definitely. Well, for today, going with forecast high of 92 in Pasco Tri-Cities. If it verifies between 89 to 95, the jackpot's going to hit $25. If that doesn't happen, no one wins anything, as the jackpot is still at $0. So find out how to win future jackpots by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, today is another First Alert weather day, as we'll have that threat once again for lightning fires up in the Cascades. Abundant lightning in the vegetation, not as dry as it was for yesterday, but still, it'll be critically dry. A few sprinkles this morning in the Cascades and for the periphery of our viewing area, but otherwise, it is a dry morning and it is cool/mild out there. 50s and 60s, 59 in Yakima, 60 in Ellensburg, 66 in Walla Walla. Your hourly forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Hazy sunshine, especially before 2 p.m. After that, looks like the haze might thin out a little bit, and it is still going to be hot out there. About, I'd say, 3 to 4 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year, so most lower elevation spots going to end up in the 90s. We will have little chances for thunderstorms in the valleys for today in addition to the Cascades, so I'll show you that with the zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. Also, I'll track where all the smoke and the haze is headed to, so all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. We begin this half hour of news with continuing coverage out of Sunnyside.
The city is seeing the departure of another employee.
City Finance Director Kelly Koski has been terminated by interim city manager Jim Bridges. Bridges confirming the firing, but not providing any details on the reasons behind it.
Now, this comes as the investigation into city manager Mike Gonzalez continues. Gonzalez has been on paid administrative leave since June, and the inquiry is expected to carry into September.
4 and taking you to Walla Walla now, where the 911 emergency communication system in the county is set to get a big boost, all thanks to the recent passage of Proposition 1 in the primary election. So this new funding will take effect at the start of the new year, coming from a 0.2% sales and use tax. And that's been available for 911 services since 1999. But until now, the county hadn't tapped into this fund. Voters approved using it, though, giving local emergency systems a long-needed upgrade.
We ended up with going with the 0.2% because it is something that has been there specifically for the 911 community since 1999. Walla Walla County had just opted to not tap into that funding mechanism until obviously today when we voted and the community voted for it.
She explains that the tax will apply to purchases like fast food and tangible goods, but not to groceries or fuel. The funds will address critical issues like equipment upgrades and staffing shortages that haven't been addressed since 1998.
Talking community events now, the Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is back for another year of family fun and community tradition.
The Walla Walla Fair Frontier Days opens its 159th year with carnival rides, live shows, interactive exhibits all across the fairgrounds. It's Washington's oldest fair, and it attracts families with a mix of traditional attractions and some new features. Organizers say that this year's lineup includes legendary band Foreigner and the popular Sea Lion Splash Show.
I'm so jealous. I definitely want to go see that part. Plus, there's a new combine simulator that gives children hands-on experience with farm equipment.
It's a community event, and we focus on all age levels as it comes to the fair. We have things for kids, we have things for adults, and we have things for seniors.
From live entertainment to thrilling rides, the Walla Walla Days and Frontier Days is back.
Giving families multiple days to experience the rides, shows, and agricultural exhibits that have made it a Walla Walla tradition for more than a century. And you just saw our very own Dan Hansen there with the sea lions. That is why I'm going.
Get some sea lion smooches.
Exactly. I want some. So
I know.
Gotta go get some. And you're coming with me.
Yeah. All about the sea lions.
Yeah.
All right, so much from our head here on Good Morning Northwest. We have a warning about a new kind of scam. Criminals are using AI to create deepfake videos, fooling victims into handing over their life savings. We have what you need to know. It's coming up after the break.
But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your first alert weather forecast. It is the first alert weather day. He'll give you all the details on why right after the break.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Save is coming to the Hippo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. Zero down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit, one location. Massive savings at the Hippo Center in Pasco. Learn more at BrettsRV.com.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself.
And during Purple's Labor Day sale, save up to $500 on select mattresses.
Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
It's holiday time. Let the fun begin. Spend time with your family and friends. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, reminding you that drinking and driving can turn good times into bad times. If you get in a wreck and you're over the limit, your life becomes a nightmare. Don't risk it. It's so easy to call a ride service and leave your car where it is. Drinking? Enjoy the ride home and get someone else to do the driving. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the heavy hitter, reminding you not to drink and drive because you matter.
Save now with Bi-Mart's 3-week 70th anniversary open house savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Old Trapper 8 and 10-ounce beef jerky is priced at $10.99. Blue Diamond 14 and 16-ounce bagged almonds are priced at $4.99. Save $2 on all Mountain House freeze-dried meals. And save on Ball 12-count jars, quart or pint-sized, sale priced at 2 for $20. Shop and save now at Bi-Mart, where just $5 gets you a lifetime of savings.
Apple Valley News Now viewer Virgil Badgett of Walla Walla.
Josh's 3-degree guarantee has been on the money quite a bit. Knowing what's coming at us weather-wise is really helpful.
Thanks, Virgil. Email comments at applevalleynewsnow.com. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next Live with Kelly and Mark. Uzo Aduba, plus Chelsea Handler.
I just love coming to a family affair.
And a performance by Sting and Shaggy.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is a first alert weather day because of the threat for lightning fires up in the Cascades. We'll talk about that in a second, but first, in the Tri-Cities, your coat cast for today, light jacket stuff for this morning, and then later in the day, of course, it's going to be all t-shirt weather. All right, that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. The best chances of lightning today going to be in the Yakima Valley, in the Kittitas Valley, and in the Cascades. Our best chances of lightning fires going to be in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin. This would include Cle Elum and Snoqualmie Pass and Blewett Pass and White Pass as well. Temperature is going to be in the mid-70s, up towards Snoqualmie Pass, mid-80s in the Kittitas Valley. Low 90s in the Yakima Valley, probably keeping it dry in the lower valley. We'll keep it dry in the lower Columbia Basin as well. Our highs are mostly going to be in the low to mid 90s. A little bit breezy here, hazy sunshine across the map. And then in the foothills, highs right around 90 in the Morrow County foothills, a little bit hotter than that in the Umatilla and Walla Walla County foothills, and then 70s and 80s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Speaking of the haze that I just talked about a couple seconds ago, here's Futurecast upper level wildfire smoke. We'll put this into motion, and we are dealing with a combination of smoke and haze from a couple different fires, one burning in Idaho, one burning in Central Oregon. So that combined smoke plume just going to sit over our region over the next couple days. We will have some moderate reductions to air quality, not expecting anything more than that, but also, again, maybe a few additional fires sparking up for today. I'll show you those thunderstorm chances once again coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Looking now at a crime alert that's happening nationwide. It's a new scam using artificial intelligence to drain victims' bank accounts.
Yeah, it's in this case, it was a deep fake video claiming to be from a soap opera star. So here's ABC's Sophie Flay with the details.
Authorities are investigating a scam that used artificial intelligence to create a deep fake video of General Hospital star Steve Burton conning a Los Angeles woman out of her life savings.
Hello, Abigail. I love you so much, darling. I had to make this video to make you happy, my love.
Vivian Ruvalcaba says her mother, Abigail, who has bipolar disorder, believed she was in a relationship with the actor after receiving fake videos like this.
I hope this puts a smile on your heart.
That looked and sounded like the real Burton.
It's obvious. Something big is going on here.
Identical to him. So I understand why she fell for it.
Vivian says her mother also received text messages like, "I want to live the rest of my life with you." According to a police report, Abigail sent the scammer, posing as Burton, more than $81,000 in gift cards, cash, and Bitcoin after he told her he had lost property in the LA wildfires.
I'm sickened by it because it went this far. Now she's in complete debt. Now she's going to have to file for bankruptcy.
The real Steve Burton says, unfortunately, he's heard stories like this before.
It's so frustrating. It can make you so angry that someone's literally using your image and people are believing that it's you.
Experts say a video like this one only takes about 15 minutes to make, with software that only costs a few dollars.
Whatever you have online, people can take and use. Be aware that a lot of things are not going to be real for the next few years and that there aren't going to be these guardrails for a while.
Yikes.
Yikes is right.
Ugh, I just hate that kind of stuff. So now, due to this increase in these AI-related scams, several states have actually passed laws making the use of deep fakes a criminal offense.
Good.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
You know, use things for good, not evil.
I think the best advice is like talk about it with like your close ones, like with her daughter, because then someone else can see, you know, the red flags or investigate. So
exactly.
It's a lot.
I know. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, we have your morning sprint, everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning, and giving you a live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. The sun is up, but just how hot is it going to be today? Well, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert is going to be back with your full First Alert forecast on this First Alert Weather Day.
Enjoy summer's final moments. Let us take care of that flooring project you never got to. At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at McCurley Subaru, there's even more to love because every new Subaru sold helps grant a wish for a local child through Wheels Make Wishes Come True. Last year, we helped raise over $100,000 for local Make-A-Wish kids. And this year, you can save big while doing something amazing. Plus, school educators can save an additional $500 on a new Subaru purchase or lease. McCurley Subaru, your way home.
The new stone-baked pizza mode from Frigidaire. For restaurant quality, it's dough to done in 2 minutes. Dare to expect more from your oven. Frigidaire.
Get RV show pricing now at every Blue Compass RV. All RVs must go, starting at just $101 a month. Each backed by a complimentary 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. Exclusively at Blue Compass RV. Hurry in today.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team. At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems. And we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains. We turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points.
And right now, save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Oreo Thins. When that fancy new dessert spot is actually your couch. Flavors that feed your fancy. Stay playful.
Even when U.S. soccer star Mallory Swanson isn't on the field, she always makes the perfect play. With a Bank of America customized cash rewards Visa card, she'll earn 6% cash back in the category of her choice, like online shopping, for the first year from account opening.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
SDCU and Apple Valley News Now honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, click on Volunteers Count under the Contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Enjoy summer's final moments. Let us take care of that flooring project you never got to. At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is another First Alert Weather Day, as again we'll have that threat for lightning fires up in the Cascades. Vegetation not as dry as it was for yesterday, but still critically dry, in particular in the upper Yakima Basin. So White Pass, Blewett Pass, Snoqualmie Pass, and Cle Elum could all see lightning fires sparking up for today. Let's go ahead and time out the lightning potential with Futurecast radar around lunchtime. A little bit after that, that's when we'll start to see some showers and thunderstorms flaring up in the Cascades and also perhaps in the valleys. Now the rest of us is going to stay pretty dry. This evening should be pretty dry as well, but then as we head into tomorrow, also a pretty dry day. But for the hottest part of the day, 4, 5, 6 p.m., that's when we could maybe see a shower or thunderstorm down towards the Battle Mountain Summit or Ukiah. Okay, specifically in the valleys or the mountains, it would be an excellent set of days to have the First Alert Weather app on hand. You can download it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. That interactive radar feature has come in quite handy over the past couple days. For Saturday, another pretty dry day, maybe another stray thunderstorm up in the Cascades in the upper Yakima Basin. Then for Sunday, it gets a little bit more interesting. More shower chances spreading into Kittitas County, into Grant County, Adams County, northern portions of Benton and Franklin counties. But the rest of us should have a pretty dry weekend. After that, the rain chances completely drop off the map for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Not just trending drier, but also trending a little bit hotter. Now, for today, we're going to be about 5 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. But by the time we get to next Tuesday and Wednesday, up around 100 degrees. And the Tri-Cities about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Low 90s for today, mid 90s for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then, like I just talked about, up around 100 for Tuesday and Wednesday. And Yakima, about a 20% chance of thunderstorms for today. Forecast looks pretty dry after that. And a couple 99s as we head into next week. In Ellensburg, almost a 50-50 chance of thunderstorms for today. A little reprieve for Friday and Saturday, and then a much smaller chance of some rainfall on Sunday. In Hermiston, mid 90s through Monday, I would say, then upper 90s for Tuesday and Wednesday. A lot of sunshine in the forecast, and of course some haze over the next couple of days at least. And then in Walla Walla, it's going to be a struggle to make it to 90 for today, but all mid 90s from Friday through Wednesday with a lot of sunshine in the forecast. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, one-on-one with one of soccer's biggest superstars.
Have you started to call it soccer?
Not really. He has a fan base compared to David Beckham.
Son on the turn, scores for 2-0.
And the world-class skills to match.
Son, is this the moment? Yes, it is!
And now for the first time, South Korea's Son Heung-min has taken his talents to the U.S.
The general manager for the club says since you signed with LAFC, you sold more jerseys than any other athlete in the entire world. What's that mean to you?
I'm so grateful that everybody looking for my name on my shirts, and obviously that takes you another responsibility, to give you something back towards the club and towards the people who is supporting me.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of our exclusive interview with Son Heung-min. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Alt, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Travel can make you smell kind of funky, but aluminum-free Secret Whole Body Deodorant gives me 72-hour whole body freshness.
For long layovers, surprise gate changes, and heavy luggage.
And it's totally middle seat approved. Secret, no sweat.
Dulcolax.
Good morning. Hey. Good morning.
New Dulcolax Liquid Gel with Liquid Core reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight for relief that feels amazing. New Dulcolax Liquid Gel.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:52. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines talking about the Catholic school shooting in Minneapolis. We're learning 2 children are dead with more than a dozen others injured. This happened yesterday morning. Police say it was when children and others were attending Mass to mark the first week of school. Authorities say the shooter was outside the church building and fired a rifle through its windows. An 8-year-old and 10-year-old were killed, and the shooter died at the scene of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
6:53 in your business headlines this morning. Delta Airlines has finally reached a settlement in a lawsuit after a jet dumped fuel over Los Angeles 5 years ago. According to attorneys for the plaintiffs, Delta has agreed to pay nearly $80 million. In January of 2020, the Delta flight experienced engine trouble. In an effort to reduce serious flight risks, the pilots released fuel before landing in LA. 6:53 in the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Starting in West Richland, where mayoral candidate and city council member May Hayes was arrested for DUI last week. A police officer telling us they spotted signs of impairment while they were helping her with a blown tire. Hayes was booked into Benton County Jail, later released, and she has since acknowledged the incident on her campaign page, calling it a poor decision.
In Walla Walla County, 28-year-old Tucker Cole Lightfoot is arrested after a narcotics investigation. Detectives say they found more than 30 grams of fentanyl along with scales and packaging supplies. There was a child inside the home who was placed into protective custody, and the man is now facing several felony charges.
And in Kennewick, the city's only indoor pool is creating some challenges for student swimmers. 3 high schools currently share the Kenneth Exterior Memorial Pool. Coaches say it's both overcrowded and outdated. Advocates are pushing for a new facility, citing concerns about safety and access to swim lessons.
In Yakima, students are back in school this week with new bus routes in place. District leaders say the changes are aimed at easing traffic congestion. Drivers are being reminded to slow down in school zones and also to stop when buses have their signs out.
And in Walla Walla, the 159th annual Fair and Frontier Days is underway. The event features rodeo competitions, carnival rides, live entertainment, sea lions.
Yes.
They'll give you smooches. And thousands of people are expected to attend through the weekend, and it's going to be a good one for it.
Now taking a look at what's trending this morning, newborn panda cubs made their debut in China.
Cuteness overload warning in effect. We've seen some really cute little
animals,
sweeties today, haven't we? So these cubs were just presented on Monday, according to Chinese state media.
The cubs, which haven't been named yet, debuted at a research base of giant panda breeding.
Dozens of baby pandas have been born in China's breeding program since 2023, and that's according to the China Conservation and Research Center for the giant panda.
Oh,
so cute.
I know. We had the little cheetah cubs, we had the pandas.
The sea lions with the smooches. Oh, now I want to go to a petting zoo. Well, I can go to the Walla Walla Fair and get some sea lion smooches.
Good plug there.
It's going to be a great weekend to do that. I mean, I know we're talking today and First Alert Weather Day.
Yes.
But as we head to the weekend,
yeah,
it's going to be toastier.
And the First Alert Weather Day is for the Cascades and Upper Yakima Basin for today. A lot of us are going to stay dry and see a lot of sunshine for today. That's going to hold true as we head into Labor Day weekend. Let's go ahead and take a look at First Alert radar right now. Just a little sprinkle left over in the Cascades for right now, and the rest of us are dry. Temperatures ranging from cool to mild, 50s and 60s. 60, right at 60 in the Tri-Cities, 66 in Walla Walla, 60 in Ellensburg. Feeling quite nice out there, just some light jacket weather. A little bit later today, of course, it's going to be t-shirt weather. High temperatures, a few degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. So we'll be in the low to mid 90s in the Yakima Valley, in the lower Columbia Basin, in the Walla Walla Valley. A little bit cooler than that in the Kittitas Valley, and chances for thunderstorms today in the valleys in addition to the Cascades. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. The lightning fire risk again today. That's been a recurring theme all throughout the week. Small thunderstorm chances will continue in the mountains through Sunday, and the heat is looming as we head into next week, around 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities for next Tuesday and Wednesday. So again, circling back to today, First Alert Weather Day in the Cascades, in the Upper Yakima Basin, the potential for abundant lightning. Vegetation not as dry as yesterday, but still critically dry, so we'll keep a very close eye on the risk for any fire starts.
But still shaping up to be a great Labor Day weekend.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Sunny skies.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
And Good Morning America is up next, and we'll of course be back tonight at 5 with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.